Mm.
Are we ready to tune in?
Yes.
Yeah, and okay, great. Okay. So, excuse me. So, begin, breathe, exhale, inhale. Om Namo Gurudeva Om Namo Gurudeva Namo Om Breathe. Good. And shall we use?
Yes. I want to do a really quick, I wish Hadi Munder was here because I want to do a really quick, not fact check, but I need to print a correction. With last week, I listened to the recording and said that Solomon was AD, and what I meant to say was that the Keb Nagas, the book written about him, was written in 1400 AD, but it had been written about things up to 1000 AD, and that King Solomon was the 9th and 10th century BC.
Perfect. Perfect.
That was my confusion. And then it's really funny because we will have another fact check in the future. But here is the screen share.
Great. Thank you so much.
How do I enlarge this?
That. Okay.
Okay.
Can you? Thank you.
What did you say?
It was great. You did it.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay. So this is number 823 on karma, God, and the Kriya for without eating. Tune in. Dear light workers, we have learned that God is everything that is created as well as not created. That is from eternal, infinite, all-present, beyond time, everlasting, everything, all-knowing, etc.
Okay, now wait a minute. Can you start again? Because can you just start that again? We have.
Can I ask everybody else, when Siri Gian is talking, sometimes I feel like I'm not hearing the end of the sentence. Does anybody else have that sense too?
Yes, that's right.
And is that the way that you're hearing me also?
No.
Yes. Also, it was not there. Anybody else?
I'm hearing fully.
You're
Here,
hearing.
both.
And then muting.
Okay.
I'll
So,
I'll start again and can we I don't know where the problem is in the link, but let's if you see that there's a problem, please speak up because I think that's the way to find where the problem is, okay?
okay.
We'll start again. Dear light workers, we have learned that God is everything that is created as well
Yeah,
as not created.
yeah, when it said everything.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm gonna try putting my earbud in and see if that has a better microphone.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm connected. Um, Dear light workers, we have learned that God is everything that is created as well as not created. That is from eternal, infinite, all present, beyond time, everlasting, forever, everything, all knowing, etc. That is God's acronym as G generating, O organizing, D destroying or delivering. God is the material stuff that is from pure energy, although we are understanding our current earth dimensions are with denser, lower frequencies. All of these frequency energies are like tremendous electricity or power that is called light, with vibration or with either higher frequencies or lower frequencies. When we move into higher frequencies, we can know more consciousness, awareness, knowing, or pure clarity. That God stuff is the actual pure energies of love and truth as God. Each of us is totally our pure God. But because our dense, lower human frequency bodies and consciousness have forgotten about our actual awareness while during an incarnate body, as we learn our greater steps for understanding to become higher frequencies, to move into realization of your own God. But we need to realize how
We
to
did
oh, pardon?
that we couldn't get to.
Because our
But because our dense, go ahead,
But because our dense lower human frequency bodies
lower.
and
And
because our dense lower human frequency bodies and consciousnesses have forgotten about our actual awareness while during an incarnate body. As we learn our greater steps for understanding, to become higher frequencies, to move into realization of your own God. But we need to realize how to,
I'm sorry, we needed to become higher frequencies.
we need it to become higher frequencies, to move into realization of your own God. Is this what you're saying?
But we need.
But we need to realize how to overcome our nasty and difficult situations.
I'm
Am
doing,
I?
Yeah, beautiful.
yeah, but okay. So everybody continues, but read read that because they're
Okay.
uh, letting go of few work
Yes.
for audio.
Oh,
You
okay. The
should,
audio is cutting out.
yes.
Oh no.
So
I'm okay.
I don't think it cut out that much. I'm sorry.
Would
Me too.
somebody else read it? Maybe maybe it's my audio. Would somebody else pick up from the top of this paragraph and I'll advance the screen with you? Can somebody
Okay.
Gian Das Prem, can you do that?
Gian Das
Sure.
Prem.
Love to.
Thank you.
But
Okay,
because,
start with but because.
Mhm.
But because our dense lower human frequency bodies and consciousness have forgotten about our actual awareness while during an incarnate body, as we learn our greater steps for understanding to become higher frequencies, to move into realization of your own God.
Mm.
But we need to realize how to overcome our nasty and difficult situations.
Oh, wait a minute. But we need to realize how to overcome our nasty and difficult situation.
So we will do that to transform us from lower to greater frequencies.
Oh, no, we didn't have, there's another sentence that we didn't to
I can go back again because I really love this paragraph. So I think that it's okay. We have the time. Is that okay if I just
Go
go?
for it. Go
Okay.
for it.
Actually, I'd like to go, each of us is totally pure God. But because our dense lower human frequency bodies and consciousnesses have forgotten about our actual awareness while during an incarnate body. That's very deep. As we learn our greater steps for understanding to become higher frequencies, to move into realization of your own God. It's a song, right? But we need
Right.
to realize how to overcome our nasty and difficult situations. It happened this week, okay, to me personally. Do to that, or do that to transform us from lower to greater frequencies. Use from pure love and truth. Oh, yes, that can be really difficult if we stay stuck in our own worries, etc.
be really difficult.
Our chakras, too, right? But
Mm-hmm.
again, we can change ourselves from both of these practices, special practices to make higher frequencies. Number one, heart breath or consciousness no reality, CNR. Number two, learn your different problems, either from your current life or as well from your past lifetimes, called karmas. We see them in dreams, okay? To realize a better way, a love and truth way, like solving a mystery, a murder mystery. This
And
is how we use our karmic learning steps to understand our way as God. When Jesus brought God's golden light with love, healing, and from truth.
no, it's not working. It starts at this is how to use.
Okay. This is how to use our karmic learning steps to understand our way as God. When
What can we,
Jesus,
Japa Saraswati, what can we do?
About what? I don't understand the problem.
I
Anybody else have this problem with stopping audio?
don't have a
When you
problem.
No,
I,
when it's a Siri Gian, I wonder if it's your connection because to me it sounds like your audio keeps cutting out to me.
Yeah,
And
I think you're right.
that's what's very frustrating to me is that when we're trying to communicate, I feel like it gets chopped
Yep.
from you. And I'm wondering if it's the same thing on your receiving end
Yes.
as well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if that's true, then that's great. So go ahead.
or is it the way that I'm saying it?
No,
No,
you're
No,
saying great.
I'm
Okay.
hearing everything.
Beautiful.
Because I was just going to think that it would be nice to have someone else come in, but
no.
so we will start at consciousness.
Yeah.
Go for it. Let me bring it to the top of the page. There you go.
Thank you, late. Thank you, Japa Ji.
Consciousness. So that's an affirmation, right? Then Jesus was able to become higher frequencies from source, or as he called God the Father, Artists can often depict Jesus and the saints' golden energy as halos and arms around their bodies. Jesus brings that higher frequency energies from God's love, healing, and from pure truth teachings. And I have seen from humans' golden ages, I have seen from humans golden energies flowing from higher frequencies. In fact, what Jesus was teaching was how to love and become pure truth that can heal love from pure forgiveness from ourselves. But when we humans turn away from light and higher energies and consciousness, but against from dark, lower frequency energies, we are either against oneself or against others, either by from oneself against another, against other terrible humans, other things like within one's mentality or emotions, or against our physical body, then create fear. Believing in sin, control over power, hurt, untruth, heresy, lying, corruption, war, killing, torture, etc., as well as against our Mother Earth, our indigenous or enslaved people, and that had land, or even from our ancestors, etc. Remember, these dark energies that we are talking about, our own self, as well as against others, such as hurting others as well, have your own fears against us. Rather, be strong and pure love to change your own higher frequencies from your own God and loving energies. And that loving energy would help you as well as others, including the perpetrator. A friend said that when a person lunged at her, trying to kill her, but then when my friend automatically blasted heart breath towards that killer by using amazing light frequency energy with forceful loving energy, then the killer quit and went away immediately. Another person who uses heart breath actually sees that golden high frequency energy. And of course, others who fear, be upset, etc., use healing, heart breath quickly with calm and peace. I'm reminded of heart breath there and crying when I was younger. So what is about our difficult times? Now, do you know why crazy and awful situations happen within our life? It's because Earth is created for an incredible life school, rather like our own personal primal quiz show. When during our lifetime, as well as from other lifetimes, we become either as a victim or as a victimizer. We have become with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, that can also be from a long time difficulty, such as a mother would tell a child something that made him feel bad. That also created PTSD. Or even if we see fear from terrible politics, that can also be from PTSD within ourselves. These PTSD/dark energies are kept within our bodies, called epigenetics. They are found on methyl compounds in our DNA that keeps information, like as within a computer, as well as in the Akashic records that are kept within pure energetic storage. Those scientists have researched that those epigenetics are from ourselves and also are inherited from our ancestors. All of this is from karma. So since we are learning PTSD, epigenetic karmas are stuck within our own dark energies. Because when our fifth dimension, which needs pure light energies in order to flow through these lighter frequencies, if our untruth or unvolving karmic consciousness would be stuck from within our empire Christianity dogma, we cannot evolve to our next human level. Oh my God. It is so important to let go. or resolve these karmic understandings. We can dissolve those karmas from our dark energies during the Aquarian shift. The Aquarian shift time, by using our amazing, coherent crystal light heart. You saw these practices earlier with heart breath and CNR. Consciousness, no reality. With our pure light consciousness energies, so we grow our consciousness so that we can move closer to God, which is love and truth. Why, Guru?
Negative. Wow.
Aagia Pal will lead the Kriya to maintain the body without having to eat. From Survival Kit, page 18. It's
Yep.
5 minutes long. Okay, lead the way. Thank you.
Okay. It should
I
be 17 to 18 page.
Mm.
Okay. Go ahead. Ah, good. Okay.
I have a thought, Siri Gian, about the audio on your end. Do you want to try on your phone, hang up from the computer and try on the phone and see if that's better for you?
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, shall we do heart breath and take a tech minute?
Yep.
I sent you the link, Siri Gian, to your text messages, so I would exit this meeting, do leave meeting, and so that you don't get an echo, and then try to log on from the phone. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, here you are. There's going to be an echo.
Oh, whoops.
I muted her so there wasn't as much of an echo. I hope she figured that out.
Thank you.
Okay. And so
You have to turn off the volume from the computer or leave the computer meeting. Do you want me to kick you out?
there's no audio.
Yeah, kick her out.
I think I did.
This is the host. Okay, go ahead.
You never know what's going to happen.
Are we ready for Aagia Pal to lead the Kriya?
Yeah.
I'll bring up.
Or do we just want to go? Do you want to go through? Don't you usually just like explain everything and go through it all, or whatever you
Yeah.
want?
I can hear well now. So
Beautiful.
continue with meditation.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to read this first? That the meditation will be 1 minute of heart pumping, which is breath of fire combined with heart breath, followed by 5 minutes of consciousness, no reality, which is a strong heart breath, belly breath, nose inhalation for 6 seconds, nose exhalation for 6 seconds. From out of your energy heart center, slide from fear, let go from any of your nasty, difficult old stuff, no reality, no thinking, no everyday self. Only feel, just be light. Then we will spend 2 minutes to become awareness and understand what happened using everyday self and our notepads. How do we feel? We good? We good with this?
Good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes, and I really very hopeful for because I was having a reading, so she has helped that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we should do our Kriya.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Kriya today that I'm delighted to transmit or do with you is a meditation to maintain the body without having to eat. So what it will do, this is from 1970. So what it will do for you, this meditation will build up your circumvent force and electromagnetic field. It allows you to draw in free energy, including electrons, protons, and neutrons from the universe, so that you can maintain your body without having to eat. Okay, so here's how we do it. We'll sit spine erect in easy pose. Yeah, elongate your spine as much as you can, and your arms extended out in front of you, parallel to the ground, as you see, and with your palms facing up. So very slowly move your arms back as far as possible, keeping them parallel to the ground. Okay. And then return the arms very slowly to the original position so that the sides of the palms almost touch, but they don't touch in front of you. So keep doing that. And so while you're doing the meditation, imagine the circumvent force coming from your crown chakra to the palms. As the palms approach each other, feel and resist their attraction. Okay, feel and resist their attraction. It is this resistance that builds energy in you. And so continue the meditation. We're going to do it for 5 minutes. And as you end, relax your arms down to your sides, hands at the center of your chest, palms 2 to 3 inches apart. You can see that there. Oh no, you can't. Okay, so anyway, so the palms are in at your heart center, facing each other, 2 to 3 inches apart. So you move your palms back and forth slightly.
Okay. Do you see that? For
There it
that's
is.
it. Good.
Perfect. And thank you.
Go.
And then feel the attraction between them. Feel the attraction between them, and visualize a ball of energy between your palms. That's cool. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this for 5 minutes. And does anybody have any questions?
I'm good.
You're
Yeah.
good? Good. Good, good,
The
good.
Thanks,
eyes.
Aagia Pal.
Okay, so please inhale and exhale. Set yourself grounded in your heart center and begin. Please bring your arms down to your sides, hands at the center of your chest, palms 2 to 3 inches apart, and move your palms back and forth slightly. Feel the attraction between them, visualizing a ball of energy between your palms. Okay, and then please come back to the room. Ooh, good.
Okay. And now for Gian, will begin heart pumping, heart breath pumping. Begin. Oh, that'll be 1 minute. Inhale, exhale. And minutes and begin now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So now this is for 2 minutes listening.
Okay.
And inhale. And exhale. And breathe. Okay. Okay, Paul, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I can start. Well, I was doing CNR, and all through the CNR experience, um, a vision of a jagged cliff was in front of me. And in back of the jagged cliff was, I couldn't really see, but it was kind of like a cave underneath it. And so I just continued CNR with it. I could feel my body heat, tapas. It was just um, after the meditation, it was increased. I was really warm. And then um, when I was listening, what I heard was, well, first of all, everything that had been concerning me earlier this morning, whatever, just kind of melted away. Um, and what I heard when I began to listen was this meditation for not needing to eat actually has a lot more effect than just that. That the um, the circumvent force that it collects, and along with the our aura, our electromagnetic um, field, it does a lot more. And what it seemed like I heard was that if we can do it, so we do it well and purely and with intent, um, with loving intent, it can and it will, um, modify, it will affect epigenetically, so that the methyl groups that on the DNA, so that they will actually switch genes. So really will switch on and off whatever genes we're, in, that we've carried, epigenetically, and based on the intent that we have. So what I heard was that, the loving, hopeful, kind, intent, without the constriction of epigenetic uh, inheritance of, like, fear and anger about certain things and so on. If we don't, we lose that intent. We say that our intent is to stay in love and light. Then, with this meditation, it actually can affect the methyl groups on the DNA to actually switch off, or do whatever it needs to do with the genes to actually to make our intention a reality. And so I thought that was pretty significant for me, because obviously went into the meditation with the idea that I wasn't going to be hungry, or I didn't need to eat. I didn't need, food. But what I got was, I guess you could say, really spiritually fed, really, energetically fed. And of course, my arms were kind of falling off by, I had to, I've got to do this more to build up my deltoids and everything, and I'm going to, but yeah. So I was surprised by the effect of this. This is a very effective meditation, Kriya. So thank you for listening. I'll share the time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. You know what I think was happening with letting go of the words earlier? I believe it's because when I was not doing heart breath.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. So now,
Wow.
you hear Gian Das Prem? Gian Das? Okay.
So the meditation reminded me of other kriyas. So it was bringing me back to the focus, which was really cool, because they're kriyas that they all have music to them, and within that focus, I was able to just come back to the breath and seeing that golden light. There's a particular church, I don't know if it's in Turkey or somewhere, that there's a hole at the top and the light shines in really beautifully. And I was just imagining myself, I haven't been there, but I've seen, a lot of film and pictures. I imagine myself like sitting there and the light was coming down on myself, and then I was just becoming part of the light. So that was really cool for that focus to come back to that gentility sometimes, of having that image. and letting go of that sometimes too. So just it sort of there's an expansion going on, I guess, but in the soul and noticing the different ways through other lives that we may notice ourselves, whether it's through dreams or how we're doing it together. I think with this species, right, the human species, and the ultimate hybridization of the way the man and the woman interact, personally, emotionally, physically, and coming to this way of, bringing that together. So, very deep, the energy. And then with the reading today, there was a lot of personalization in there, right? Of course, when we're in school, we're being tested in so many different ways. So there's all sorts of ways to look at that. If we want to review,
Hello, Meg.
we have that beauty to learn, I guess, and to sort of correct ourselves by noticing. And this is sort of a theme that's been coming through for me personally, because I've noticed, when they can arrive at given times, or they can arrive, within my personal life, or sometimes, what I'm surrounded by too. So noticing the balance of that and bringing that through the chakras for me. And I had a song today coming through me it's just so beautiful that, you have that song come through, and then you sort of, it just goes through this way of the soul, and it's all in the words of what I've been hearing today about the freedom, and just that moving through, these stagnant places, and noticing our ability to breathe through that situation, to have that time to think. So for me, I was being reminded of the breath, but there's so much going on with that, right? There's a combination. So what I came up today, there was a reminder of the combinations of the Kriyas, and then bringing the focus into key from the I to we is while we are being. Whether we're together or apart. So that's part of the vibration, and channeling, and focus with intention, embracing the yin, that female heart, the gentleness in that, and notice back to the people meditating before me. And today it was really cool. I love the echoes and the little tech issue that happened. It reminded me of of echoes, and there's actually crop circles. There's like an audio that you can listen to of crop circles, and it reminded me of that a little bit, because some of them have a little bit of echoes. So, and that will remind me of a conversation I had yesterday of somebody with the echoes in the prism through Pink Floyd, and we're going back into each other, and we're just sort of looking at each other, and just walking by other people. In my actual experience, that we were able to, because of the community I live in, we're going through all different changes, and there's, from 60 to 90. And so there's, of course, as we progress in some of our ways, we talk less when we get older. So we're speaking in other ways, and I'm finding that within my silence of noticing that there is a way for us to communicate without speaking, and that can come back into the prayer and the reminder of the light within us, of our aura, and our prayers being put out there within the energy field that we know science is showing us, right, through the devices, through the cameras, and right, the making of the finer of the lens for us to, go somewhere where there are no bends. So that can relate to, once again, back to hydraulic bends are when you go for too long underwater, you need to come up really slow. So this is, for me, the reminder in that of rising up slowly and regulating the breath within that noticing will help any well, it will help me moving along with the progression of healing of my cells, which are always constantly changing, right? In certain atmospheres, we have less ability to heal. Out in space, we heal a lot slower. And in certain spaces, say underwater, or, extreme cold, height. So when our blood gets put to places, our breathing is challenged as well. So within the practice of the breathing, and sometimes not speaking, so that's when we're forced. I'm reminding back to being younger of challenging times when I may have felt I was totally alone in a physical situation where you come into yourself in one way or the other. So regardless of the physical experience, when we get into that voice, and noticing when we're crying, our heart sort of, it gains another strength. So moving through the emotions with that, and just the breath of, bringing me back to the breath of fire. So, and I'm just going back into rhyming again, because it's what's happening in my breath of fire. Am I losing the transpiring any desires that I have for, I can roll like a tire because I'm not for hire when I do breath of fire. So it
Oh,
brings me back to being a true crier, right? A crier. We can come to the point of we're crying like exalting. We're crying. We're saying I had a baby. We're crying. We're saying my mom passed away. So within that celebration, there's sort of that noticing too, right? And that's where just bringing it back to that yin again, and that um, having this ability to build the voice within the expression, and bringing that to a point of where we are, seeing us like running right into that area where we may have been uncomfortable at one time before. And we can go back to the examples, right? I love Clara Barton because she just ran right out there into the fields, and to get those wounded guys out of there. And, it was quite an experience to be there and to have that experience of, my friends are out there too. And wow, is this just amazing, right? To see that hair flap and to say, wow, that's a different type of beauty, because, I've been having dreams about hair and without seeing the face. And there was a lot of crying going on there this week for me and there is a need, within the plead sometimes. So just noticing this, the strength that is coming back within the cells for that healing, that there is a particular amount of noticing for me. And it's okay to help, and then we can become, helpers, right? Because that's kind of, I guess, what we're doing, and coming back to the, not having to eat, right? We walk with who we are. We're walking with what we have. And I'm seeing, being on a boat, and you have sails sometimes, or you have clothes. Now they got to become sails, So we work in different ways as we move throughout these different situations. And I'm just reminded of my ancestors before me, and, you know, what they went through, and how we're sort of either breaking the chain, we're untying the knots, we're noticing the language within, our bodies, and the threads and the grains and the water and the blood, and coming to that beauty of saying Wahe Guru. And and I have it from me, and then I can hand it over to you. Wahe Guru. Thank you so
my
much
goodness.
for this trust, for this love, for this ability to, speak out freely without, yeah. Wahe Guru. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the help and being able to become being. Thank you. Wahe Guru.
I want to ask you from last week, you were listening from your mother, or when you were, what, inside the womb or something like that. Did you
I,
find more of that? Can
I
you tell us?
did. We have. It's pretty amazing because of the truths that we believed can be built on. by Shakti or by, right? They can mean the same thing sometimes in a varied way. So yes, and I am sharing that with my mom physically and actually in my life now because we are together, and she's becoming older and her body's becoming weaker, but yet she is just becoming this, I really don't have to say much. So that's part of the focus too, is like, wow, if I let her speak and I can just, because her opinion is so much like mine, and just let her express that. And I can just sort of say, wow, and what a storyteller she is about how that's able to come back to me, right? Of her telling me when I was in her womb, she's telling me stories, and it's just so beautiful that she can remember that now in her 87th year and be telling me, "Oh yes, okay, we did this." So, and we have pictures, so it's
Okay.
it's sort of and the breaking of the chain, coming back to that, right? Of yes, because let's face it, they had a different schedule. They handed some of it over to us, but yes, and with that mother figure is like coming through the writing, like of this week, and the intuition of the group here, and the power of the prayer coming through the words, and I going back and noticing the notes that it's been more than just 6 months or a year or a year and a half. So the cycles are building now where they're imprinting more on the DNA. So thank you so much for that. And I see that the way of reading through that too, right? It's in back in the Japji, there's just the reminders there too. So like a
Great.
mother, you're all like mothers to me in a sense, for
And here we are.
reminders for my soul. And just thank you so much for that, because I do have, I guess, a need for that. It's not an addiction, but I know that if it's not there, or while I may be thinking that, I should say, that I can put my prayer back out there through my heart breath and noticing where that is. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. My guru.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I ask
Okay.
you how you do it? So
Do what?
simply, are you reading better than you were before and writing better than when you before? So,
Well, that's because Japa Saraswati, uh, she edited for me.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
mm,
Beautiful.
she's great. Thank you so much.
on a soul level, oh my goodness, why guru?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Sun City.
Stop Nam, everybody. It's been a beautiful gathering and experience. I'm discovering or just becoming aware that the day before we are going to meet, a lot of things, the spirit's already moving, the guru's already working. And I had a very interesting experience. Birmingham's a farm town that has become a serious city, and city in Massachusetts, and it's evolved out of its agrarian roots, and it's got all the problems that contemporary cities are facing. And one of the biggest of those is homelessness, because there's just not enough affordable housing by any stretch of the imagination. So yesterday, totally out of the blue, a friend of mine said, "Hey, let's go to the city council meeting." So spirit soul says go, and I went. And it was a very at last this town
What is
meetings have, the town
it?
meetings have become city meetings, city council meetings. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, and the city's very diverse. What was a white city, agrarian city, is now many, many Mexicans have immigrated, Portuguese, Puerto Ricans, and the whites are like part of each one of those minorities, really. So, and we're having these. Okay, so what was really important about the meeting was this, it was very mixed meeting, It's like a classic New England town meeting with city council people. And what was going on was pretty shocking because the budget, it was a budget night, and there's not enough money. A very large shortfall. I think we're talking about $400,000. Now, that doesn't sound like much when the city runs on millions and millions of dollars. I think that it was like 20 million, which is probably, maybe it's 120 million. I don't have my notebook here, but it's, the message I got today was, but I learned of it yesterday, is that the hard times are here. The really hard times of challenging economic collapse, environmental collapse, moral, social collapse. But when inside all of this collapse, it was being grappled with. There's just not enough money to pay the bills of the town, of the city. And who was going to sacrifice and what was going to be sacrificed. And what are we going to do about this beautiful downtown historic New England city that's filled with homeless people that have been chased out of the doorways in the winter? All the stores on the main drag right across from City Hall, to people being kicked out of there, and high drug rate, high suicide rate. So I got the clear message that the hard times are here, said City, and everyone has a role to play. And I'm kind of forgetting because I've had this hit in my head. It'll come back to me. What that the times teaching yoga. So, like, not far from my house, there's a big parking area that's become a tent city for homeless. I got the message, every soldier needs to be out there teaching Kundalini. So I haven't taught Kundalini in a while. I got very clear instructions today of, here's where you need to go first. Here's what you need to teach, get started. Here's the best way to work with mentally homeless and homeless mentally ill, right here, right up the street. So I got the clear message that everything I've been training for over decades, gets put to work now. And the single most important thing to do to help people with the terror of watching and experiencing this collapse. So even this robust city can't pay its bills economically, not going to happen. So what gets slashed? They were talking about cutting teacher salaries, which they're like sacrosanct union salaries that have to be substantially cut because they just don't even have the money to pay them. So in the midst of all this calm, beautiful spring weather, the hard times are here, and we all have a role. And I got really clear today in what my role needs to be going forward, because I'm retired. I have a lot more time. There's 30 bus routes throughout Framingham. I wouldn't even have to drive anywhere. So it's very reassuring to know that the hard times are here, and they're going to deepen and worsen. Everything we were told, it's a little bit a wake-up call. And the polis, the city, it's very wonderful to be in a place where the citizens care about each other, and the leadership feels profound responsibility to the community, not just in there for their own power trip. And that's, I guess, really what I want to share, and that Kundalini is going to be really important for lots of people will be spiritually awakened by this challenge. And that the message I got is all boots on deck, anchors away, babies. Um, it's it's time. It's I don't want to be too extreme, but it's almost like what's the word that we have for spiritual warfare? That's what I kind of got. And the church was really fun. And then uplifting was a lot of the churches showed up at this town meeting, a lot of the services. I wish there's some teachers and who were trying to explain, really understand what cuts were going to come to education and how to help people understand that sacrifices are gonna are coming are going to be part of our lives, deep sacrifices. And for some reason, I got the memories of World War II and shortages of food and all that kind of thing. So I don't. It's a kind of spiritually exciting challenge, and I, I think it's being with you guys on this regular basis that I feel really, really supported. Um, I'm not much. I thought the ashram was going to be my home and base, but it's actually our sangat right here. And I'm so, so grateful to each and every one of you for the inspiration you've given me and the courage and strength that I feel from our weekly meetings to really face the challenges and be joyful in that process of victory that's going to be ours through Kundalini and spiritual devotion. So I pass.
Wow.
C- Can I just respond to Satsuma?
Sure, sure.
Yes.
Um, I was extremely moved by what you said and how you said it. And it felt like it came from a deep wisdom within you that you have contacted. And I just want to express my very deep appreciation for what you just shared. And I I totally resonate with this. And what it's made me feel is, um, moving with our Sangat here,
Yes.
to move into what might it be like to do something about what's all the social, economic, everything collapsed. Thinking about what moving forward, what difference can we make? What can we do? But anyway, so you made me think about that really, really carefully. It's been percolating, and it's kind of been scratching at me. But what you said was absolutely the truth, capital T. And thank you.
And we've been preparing. We've been
Yes,
prepared.
yes,
All this toil, spiritual toil,
yes.
getting up. And you've been a huge inspiration to me, how deeply and solidly you live, you walk this path. And you teach yoga. You're just a real inspiration for me. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Mhm. Yep,
Thank you.
this is what we have been told. This
Yes.
is it. Okay. And we know, do you remember about the Hopi?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Prophecy.
Yeah, that's right. And now it's coming.
It's here.
That's it. And be no fear.
No fear.
And what Aagia Pal was talking about, using our love intention.
Yeah.
And And of course, fear is against love. Okay? So
False,
even
false
what?
expectate fear. Remember, the definition was always false expectations appearing real.
Yeah.
Face
Okay.
everything and recover.
Right.
That's right. That's it. Okay, so that's happening for basically for evolving because it starts with deconstruction. You know, if
Good
if
point.
a building needs to deconstruct, and then with that we are need with new uh, feeling, ideas, and ways. And this is what's happening.
Yes.
And especially personal and community.
Community.
Yeah. God bless you all.
Waheguru.
Okay. Japa Saraswati.
Yay.
Satnam. Well, Sat City, I actually, you know what else I felt when hearing your response was, I thought about your mother,
Yes.
and the way that she went on with her work. I don't know if you guys all know, that Sat City's mother became a lay nun and worked with the homeless and, like as a vocation for the latter portion of her life. And I still see it, Set City, with your car, that was a bit of your mother's chariot
Yeah.
for this work. And in the same way, it's also yours. But I also feel, Set City, I feel like you shouldn't be driving too much.
That's what the
Do you,
doctor told me.
yeah.
You're reiterating.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's 30 bus routes. And I just did want to add after having 12 children, my mother
Yeah.
became the nun that she had started out thinking she was going to be until she married my father.
Let me make a quick movie suggestion with the film The Darjeeling Limited because it takes place in India and there is a Gurdwara scene, but there's also a mother who, like an American woman who goes and becomes a mother superior in India, and she always reminds me of your mother when I think of that character.
Thank you. That's a good memory. We used to call
Um,
her Mafia Mom. Give to the poor, I'll break your legs. She was very, but we were like, she's tough. She went up against
So,
the congressmen and senators of the states to get resources for homeless and poor people, suffering people, mentally ill.
mhm. Okay. So, Japa Saraswati, are
yeah.
you, are
Yes, I
you,
am here, and I
are
have a
you
message.
now?
Yeah, I would love to about the arc line and the 10th body
Mm.
with that meditation with the arms out. I felt it in my biceps. It
Oh,
was like my biceps were on fire. But part of what else it reminded me of, I really want to talk about the arc line and the 10th body. So and I looked up quickly and I didn't find what it's called, but it was Sut City will know which one it is because it was City Cuddam's favorite Kriya, you know the one I'm talking about with the Bahota Karams at the end. But in the middle of it, you extend your arms out like a T to your sides with your palms up. And you do that for about 5 minutes, and you're supposed to visualize like an arc of a rainbow between the two hands of the light green of early spring. Um, And I always think when I see that color, I think of early spring, and I think of this meditation and Siri Karam and his Bahota Karams, and I think of the Bahota Karam, which is like a prosperity slope, I guess. Um, but uh, but this meditation, I felt like I also was thinking about um, the so the ego eradicator acts on the eighth body, which is the pranic body, and part of that's also breath of fire. I did during the meditation incorporate rhythmic breathing and found um, different ease or less ease in how I was breathing with it. Like I just found that I could maintain it a bit better. And then what else? Oh, so the radiant body, when we're acting on that arc line, which also part of it is that it comes from our heart center, like that arc line. If we were doing our warrior two or our Virabhadrasana two, for example, where the arms are stretched out from the shoulders, that is specifically it's acting on that heart center. That's the one of the chakras that we are working with, one of the energy centers that we're working with. And I do definitely find that when I do exercises that extend through the electromagnetic field like that, that that I do feel more radiant. I look more radiant. People are naturally more attracted to me.
Yeah.
And I also do find the prosperity in it, the
Mm.
prosperity aspect of it, that it's like there's something self-sustaining in it. There's something that like the luck comes to you when you are radiant like that. It's that you're putting something, some frequency out, and then it naturally you get the bounce back, you get something coming back to you. So that's why I think both the Bahota Karams as well as the not needing to eat, there's so also, so here, oh, wait a minute, I have so many thoughts at once. I need
Yeah.
to write it down. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the ninth body, it like in Siri Gian's message, the ninth body is like a halo. And when we get things like PTSD or tissues hold issues, like or I loved the way you put it, Siri Gian, about I think you said basically that if we're doing harm to ourself or harm to someone else, that is a dense or low vibration frequency, and that can get stuck in the aura. And when we do these exercises from out the heart center like that, it clears up our aura. Like that's part of that is working through, especially if it's a tantric exercise, for example. And when I say tantric, I mean that we trace those energy pathways repeatedly. So we're going like and moving with the energy pathways. When we do that, that's really incredibly clearing to those energy pathways that will naturally just make us more radiant. And then and it naturally clears away, I feel, the garbage stuck in the electromagnetic field. But I love that you said that it was either hurting the self or hurting someone else, because I thought that was like um, a really good way to put it. I hadn't heard it put quite that way. But now I've got to do a little bit of screen sharing. Um, and I have to bring it up. Oops, hold on. Wait a second. That's not what I want, actually. I want it to go on these particular pictures that I have prepared for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Here we go. So we've got the 10 bodies and the physical body, the neutral mind, the positive mind, the negative mind, the soul body, um, the radiant body, the subtle body, the pranic body, the auric body, and the arc body. So this is the 10 bodies, and myself, I just feel like it's interesting to me how we work on these, but here what we have on this picture is, I don't know if you guys know about the koshas,
Yep,
but you do?
not, not,
Cool.
not very
They're
much.
they're
Learned it from
pretty
you, girl.
esoteric. Um, okay. So they are a bit like the onion of the spirit, in the same way that I find um that the light bodies are a bit like an onion of the body. And so we've got Anandamaya kosha. Oh, that's the top one. Sorry. I'll start with Annamaya kosha, which is the physical body. And then we've got the Pranamaya kosha, which is the energy body, which is a bit like the pranic body. We've got the Manomaya kosha, which is the emotional body, which is like, it's also, it's like, I want to say it's like the vritti of the emotions, if that makes sense. Um, then we've got the Vijnana Maya kosha, which is the wisdom body, which I think, to me, remember those stories about the radiant body sitting 8 to 12 inches below the soles of the feet, and like people would try to position themselves to massage the guru's feet in order to be in their body like that, and to get their wisdom from that. But anyway, so just so that you guys see this overlap on the different so then we've got the Anandamaya kosha, which is the bliss body, which is like, I feel like it's like the central channel, but I also feel like it's the totally expansive consciousness at the same time. Um, and I think there was more, but I think this is it. This is it for now. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, so the last week, I showed you guys a picture of the Khechari Mudra, which is the Great Seal.
Mm.
And I will send out a link for this because about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, um, it was a really groundbreaking meeting for us in a couple of ways. One, because we first started doing the screen sharing, and Siri Gian used her camera to show us the survival kit. In her own house, she had a paper copy of it, and we looked at the meditation to not eat together. We talked about it, and she shared the link for the survival kit in the description of that video. So, and I feel that it's a real full circle thing, because the Khechari Mudra is definitely also for not eating. What I said in the meeting 2 years ago is that when you stick your tongue far enough down your throat, you stimulate the pituitary gland, and it will secrete synovial spinal fluid, which this is my next fact check, because Siri Gian asked me and I said it was brain juice. Um, And anyway, Siri Gian was right. It is synovial spinal fluid. Because part of it is that is right at your sinuses. So our sinus fluid is also, I think, synovial spinal fluid, or not entirely. I think that there is a very concentrated um, squirt of brain juice that really, and so when yogis like Baba Siddhi Chand will sit in meditation for ages and ages, for months and months, the way that they don't starve to death is they feed off of their own reserves and synovial spinal fluid, which is amrit, which trickles down their throat, and it's also manna. And learning how to use it properly is part of best energy management. And what Bubba's reminding me is of the fruit that is the pomegranate. A pomegranate is a really significant fruit because it is both fruit and seed. It is both fruit and seed in the same way that that spinal fluid, in the same way that we're guardians of our energy. That energy is like the seeds of the pomegranate. We can get nourishment off of it. We can eat it, or we can plant it and we can do other things with it. It is our job to steward how we use our energy like that. And that's part of the knowledge of the Khechari Mudra, and that's part of the knowledge of the Brahmachari, because Brahmachari is a student, but it connotes this stewardship of our energy. Um, I think I said it.
Thank you. Waheguru.
Okay, thank you. Because you know what's happening with this dimension will be for actually, um, as we know that all of these or understanding of your body, that's actually our dense power
Mm.
to pure, what do you say, pure energy from the universe, and
Yeah.
totally different. So here we are, we're really using all of this so that we be change.
That's the emphasis to me on the sattvic, about being sattvic with the self and with the others, and not creating karma in that way, not creating the karma of densities in the aura that then we have to work out and yeah.
That's right. That's right. And with Baba Siddhi Baba Siddhi brings me each about what to, well, I'm very surprised that Baba Siddhi for next week is from Seth Speaks. Does anybody know about that?
Is from what?
Seth, S-E-T-H, Speaks, S-P-E-A-K-S.
I don't know
Speaks.
that.
Death speaks.
Seth, like the man's name.
Oh, I
That's
thought it was
right.
death speaks. Okay.
I
Okay.
thought she said that too.
Okay.
Who's Seth?
So we'll find out more of that
Wow.
next week. And
Okay.
I will find it as well.
Oh, can I remembered something else to add to you guys about, I sent everybody a song that I was, when during the meditation part, I have that feeling, speaking of the radiant body, but I just meditate on Baba's feet quite often. And if you'll notice in many of his statues, like in the statue, um that is on my profile picture here. The sole of his foot is pointing straight up, and I just meditate on Baba Siddhi Chand's feet, and I feel this total sense of bliss, and I feel that he is my beloved, and it was just like so sweet. And there's this song that PrabhuNam did. It was probably more than 10 years ago by now, and I just sent it to each of us because I was hearing that song that's about the name of my beloved, but I feel like it was just like, and that's the feeling that I was just having to get this information from Papa.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So, um, just, do you have anything else to talk about?
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Because a lot was heard today.
Yeah, I'm glad that we got extra time to read that to read the message because that was nice to hear it kind of slowly, to hear it twice, to hear
Oh,
it a little bit extra.
beautiful. Yeah.
Good.
Can you
Good.
text us the message?
I think I did.
Oh, good, thanks.
I think I did, and I think I sent the Kriyas, and I think I sent the song,
Okay, I'll
and
check.
I think I got it all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, and
Thank you.
I'm gonna send another meditation, not but the recording from the one with Khechari Mudra,
Okay,
2 years ago, because I listened to it or parts of it, and it's very interesting, and we talk a lot about food insecurity and etc.
Okay. And um, with um, with the recording, can you also put that heart breath next to that?
Oh,
Oh, yes, you know what? I'm figuring things out. Yes.
Okay, that will be
Yes.
good because that tells you what happened with Jesus and how that happened from me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I just figured out how to do it. I didn't know how
Yes.
to do it until now, and then Baba just whispered in my ear little ways to look.
Okay.
thank you.
So listen, everybody. Just
Oh, she muted herself and turned on the video. Other way around. Gian Das Prem says, since we practice kechari, can we have a kechari recipe?
that's exactly what I think about all the time.
Yeah.
Kechari, kechari.
I know, and we're talking about food. It's such a very well
Exactly,
balanced food.
exactly.
I think Siri Gian has to turn her microphone on but I there we go. We're getting closer. Closer to singing our love song. You're still on mute. You're
Can you
on mute
unmute her?
because no, I can't unmute anybody. The host can only cover you up and kick you out. You can't be I can't uncover you or magically make you appear.
Smile.
okay.
Yay!
Hmm.
Oh, good.
We did
Thank
it.
you.
Okay. So now, some city. Would you sing our song?
Oh, a nice deep breath in Hold for a moment and release. And may the long time sun shine
Shine upon you.
You
all
Love
surround
you.
and
And
within
you. Guide your way.
guide your guide
guide your way.
have a deep breath. Waheguru.
Bless, bless you all. Love you all.
Yep.
And isn't this an amazing, outrageous time?
Yes.
Stay
Yes.
with love,
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
not with the just keeping up, but not get worried. Okay?
Okay. Let's
Just
keep up.
do what you need to do.
The mantra of Mad Magazine. What, me worry? Remember?
Have a
No.
good week, everybody.